Hi, welcome to Sachin Study Tech. Today topic is literals. Literals in Java. Literal in Java is a constant value directly assigned to a variable. So here you can see what are the different types of literals is existed in Java. Now the Boolean literal. So here the Boolean, it is a literal, the constant value true or false. So here true or false, only two possibility. Integer literal. So integer literal are types. Here it is a binary literal. So it indicates the prefix 0b, so it indicates that binary literal. Here it 0, here this type of literal is called as a octal literal. So here the prefix is 0, octal literal. Here the prefix is 0x, it is a hexadecimal literal. Here it is a 28, it is a decimal literal. So these are the literals is supported in Java. So floating point literal. So 3.14 f, either it is a suffix capital F or a small f. Okay, anyone can use it. So it is a, for float must include suffix capital F or small f. Already in previous video I discussed. So by default it is treated as any decimal value. By default it is treated as a double. That's why suffix must be include capital F or small f, right? Here the double 3.14, it is a double. Okay, so here is a 2.5 E3, it is also a double. So may or may not be suffix with d or small d or capital D. Okay, by default it is treated as a double, right? Here it is a character literal. So within single quote you can give the character. Here also character literal, Unicode character literal. Here it is a escape sequence /n, that means new line character. So string literal indicates the double quotes, right? Here it is a string literal. Here the null indicates, okay, indicates absence of the value or a reference. So this is the type. Now we can see the simple example, then you can understand what is the Boolean integer, floating point, double, char and string and null. Now we can see one simple example. Here it is a, for example, Boolean literal, Boolean some b equal to true. You can print the true. So here it is a b. So for example here it can print Boolean. Save this program, just have to compile the program. Here you can run that program. Here what is the output? Here you can see it is a true. So it is represented here, it is a true is a Boolean literal. Okay, now for example you can change the value. Here it is false. Okay, it is a Boolean literal. This is also a Boolean literal. Boolean, it is a true or false. Now we can compile this, just to have to run that program. Here you can see the false, but it should be a small letter, false or capital. For example you can give here false. So what is the meaning of that? Here you can check, here you can see cannot find the symbol. Okay, the variable false. So here it should be a small case letter. Okay, it is also a literal, reserved literal. Here already. So that's why it is a small case. So this is the Boolean literal. Now you can see the, for example, string literal. Now you can see string literal, string some here for example b equal to, here it is a string literal. String represented within the double quotes. Okay, within the double quotes it represents the string. So just have to print that value. Here you can see what is the output. Just you have to compile, then you can run that program. Here you can see this is a string literal. Okay, double quotes, right? What is the character literal? So you can see the character here. single character, so it can represent the character literally is a single quote. Okay, in single quote it can represent the character. Here it is a just have to compile, run the program. Here you can see the single character. Okay, for example you can give the 65 here. I am giving the number also. What is the character of that 65? Just we have to compile. Okay, b equal to 65 here. It is a character. Here it indicates the u. For example here it is a, this is the format. Just we have to print that value here. Now we can check what is the value. Now we can compile this. Okay, you can run this program. What is the output here? It is a small e. Okay, if you want to print the all the characters, okay, what are the Unicode characters is there, you have to print all the character. So you can print the character. Now we can see, for example, for int I equal to 0, for example you can print the character from 32 onwards. Okay, for example here it is I less than 127, right? You can print the 0 to 65,535. You know the character size, so just we have to print that number of characters. What is the character and the Unicode of that character? Just here I can print that. Here it is a, just you can print that value here. Just you can print that value, and also you can print the Unicode. You can print the Unicode character. Here it is a, here it is a type of a char of I. Just you have to print that. So here I am consider, here it is a starting 32 to 127. You can print what is the value here, I value 32. What is the Unicode character? Now you can see. Just you have to compile this program. How to compile? There is no error. Then have to run that program. Before running, just you can clear the screen now. Just you have to see. Just you can run that program here. So again we have to compile. Just you have to save that. You can compile the program now. Just you can run this program. Now you can see that what is 32? 32 is a here not printable character. Here 33 is a, okay, this symbol. 34 is double quotation. 35 is hash. Like 36 is dollar symbol. 37 is also this is the symbol. Like you can print here. You can see what is the number starting here. The 49 means 1. Okay, 50 means 2. Like that. Here you can see the semicolon or colon here. You can see. So these are the symbols. So capital A 65, capital A, right? Small a you can see, small a is 97, right? You have to print the all the Unicode character. 126 is a, okay, so this is the symbol, right? How to print the all the Unicode characters by using this. Now you can see what is the escape sequence. Now escape sequence I will explain in this video, but before going to escape sequence, just you have to think here it is a, for example here the a or number, you can take one number here, number equal to, so I am consider here it is a 0 1 2. So what is the value of 0 1 2? Now you can see what is the output here. You can see the output. The output is, just you have to print that output. System dot out dot println. Here you can see the output here. Just you have to print the number. So it indicates that here 0 indicates it is a octal number, right? It is a octal number. Just you have to print that. Now we can compile the program. Okay, there is no error. Then you can run that program here. You can see the output is 10. Why it is 10? So it is the octal number. So how can represent the octal here? It is how to represent the octal number. Just after this you can explain here. Just you can see. So here the number is 0, 1, 2. So here it can print the 10. Why it is 10? Now you can see the example here. So I am given, what is the value I am given here? Here the value is, I am given value is 0, 1, 2. Okay. So 0, 1, 2. I am given the value is octal number 0, 1, 2. So the what is the output? Hey, it can print the decimal number. So what is the output? Octal base is 8. So this is converted into decimal number. So how it can convert it into decimal number? Right? You can see here it is first value is 2. So 2 into 8 power 0, because here base is 8. So that is converted into decimal value. The base is 10, 0 to 9. So here it is plus. Next value is 1. So 1 into 8 power 1. Okay. So you can see, so here 0 represent the octal number, right? 8 power 0 means 1. 1 into 2, okay, plus 8 power 1, 8. 1 into 8, 8. So you can see here 2 into 1 plus 8 plus 2, that value is 10. So this is the value. So that value is converted into, here it can print the value 10, which is the decimal number base 10, right? Likewise here, for example, I am consider 0b. So 0b, for example, here I am given the value is 101, right? 101. So this is the binary literal. So this is octal literal. Octal literal base is 8, right? Here the binary literal. So what is the value of here? 0b 101. So what is the value here? So 101. Okay. So it is base is 2. The base is binary base is 2. That is 0 and 1 is there. Base is 2. Here 1 is there. So 1 into 2 power 0 plus 0 into 2 power 1. Okay. Next 1 is there. Here 1 into 2 power 2. Right. So what is the value here? 1 into 2 power 2, that is 4, plus here 0 into 2 power 1, that is 0, plus 1 into 2 power 0. 2 power 0. Okay, any number power 0, that is 1. So it is 1. So the value is 1. So if you can give 0b 101, the value is 5. It is a decimal value, the base 10. Right? Here also, for example, you can see any value here. For example, I am given it is a hexadecimal value, for example 0x. It represents the hexadecimal literal. Like here, for example, here it is a, for example, 1 2, 0x 1 2. So the base is hexadecimal number, the base is 16. That means, so you know already 0 to 9 and 10 a to f it can represent. Okay, the total is 16, the base is 16. So what is the value here? So 2 into 16 power 0 plus 1 into 16 power 1. 1 into 16 power 1. Now here it is a 1, 16 power 0 is 1, that is 2, plus 16 power 1, that is 16. So the value is, here the value is 18. Okay, so this is the binary literal, and here binary literal, and for example this is the octal literal, here the hexadecimal literal. Okay, here it is a decimal literal directly. You can see the example here. For example, I am given here it is a 12. Now you can see the example. For example, you can see the 12 here. You can understand that. For example, if you can give 0b, right, for example 101, what is the value here? Just you can see with this program, just you can how to compile. So what is the output now? You can check here, the output is 5. You know already 101 is the 5, right? For example, here I am given for example 0x, that is 12. What is the value of that? Okay, what is the value of 0x12? So just you have to compile and you can run that program. What is the value? 18, right? 12 means 18. Here also can see, here I am considered 12, here also 18, right? Likewise, you have to so this is a hexadecimal literal. Okay, for example 0b means it is a binary literal. 101, this is a binary literal. Okay, 0 for example here it is a, for example you can give 67, so this is a octal number. For example you can give only for example 65, it is a decimal number, it is a decimal number, right? To check here it is, you can compile this. Okay, just have to compile, you can run that, that is a 65, right? This is the literals. The literal is a binary literal, okay, octal literal, hexadecimal literal, decimal literal. Okay, these are the types of literal, integer literal. Now we can see the float. You can see the float is, for example here the float for example here the number, okay, equal to 2.8, right? You can give that number, so it can raise an error. What is the error here? Just you have to see, just you have to compile this program. Now what is the error here? Incompatible type, possible lossy conversion from double to float. That means by default what are the decimal value are assigned to the variable, by default it is a, okay, by default it is a double type. Okay, if you want to represent this is a float type, just you have to give a small f or capital F. For example here again you can check, okay, you can compile this program. Now we can run this program here, just you have to run. So 2.8, so here there is no problem. By default it is treated as a double type, that's why the suffix is mandatory for representing a floating point value, either small f or capital F. For example you can give the capital F also, it can work. Here you can see the capital F also, it can work. Okay, 2.8, right? For example you can represent it here, it is a exponential form here. For example Mandison exponential form, here you can see 2.8 is a Mandisa, and for example here I can give the value is E3, so this is a exponential, so 10 power 3 like that. Here you can see, so it is a floating point. Without giving this, it is by default it is treated as a double type, right? So that's why you can give capital F or small f to represent the float number. So you can compile this program. Now you can check, so what is the value here? It is a 2800. So why it is, so that is, okay, 2.8 into 10 to the power of 3, so that value is this. Okay, now for example if you can represent double value, so double so this is called as a floating point literal, right? So just have to represent double. Here you can see the double, so no need to suffix is not mandatory here. For example you can give the 2.8, the by default it is, for example you can take any number, right? 4.8, so by default it is a double type, so that's why no need to suffix is not mandatory in this case. Okay, just to have to check here 4.8, so by default it is a double type, that is no problem. For example if you can represent it here, it is a exponential, Mandison exponential form, here it is for example E2, here it can also work. Just to have to check how to compile, just to have to run that program here 480, so that means 4.8 into 10 to the power of 2, so 2 is a exponential, 2 is a exponential, 4.8 is a mantissa, right? It can display the like 480.0. So this is, so for example if you can represent it, it is a double, here you can use the small d or capital D, in that case also it is fine. Okay, just you have to check here, so there is no error, then the value is same, either small d or capital D can represent it, but by default it is treated as a double type. Any floating point by default treated as a double type. Okay, no need to that is not mandatory, suffix is not mandatory. Whenever you can represent any floating point, its suffix is mandatory. You can either you can use the small f or capital F here. Okay, so that is the double type, right? For example if you want to see the new line character here, just to have to see the new line character now. So in this we are discussing like here, welcome to, okay, right here it is Satyam Study Tech, right? What is the output here? You can see this is called as a slash n. What is the output here? You can see what is the output. Now how to, here you can compile that program, okay, just you have to run that program here. You can see the welcome in this line, okay, second line Satyam Study Tech. So what is the meaning? Slash n, okay, it is a new line. Escape sequence here, it is a new line. So welcome is printed, after that line Satyam Study Tech it is printed. So for example, okay, these are the already you can display all these things: string and character, double and floating point, integer and boolean type. These are the literals. Okay, for example, if you want to use the null also can assign, like now you can see, okay, this is the new line character. So slash t, escape sequence. Escape sequence are a special character combination in Java written with the backslash, okay, used to represent character that cannot be typed directly. Here you can see the slash n. So you can hello slash word, here it can print the, it is a new second line, it can print this word. Now you can see the slash t, that means tab space, okay, horizontal space. Here you can provide the horizontal space here, and backslash you can provide the backslash. Here it can print the double quotation. Before printing double quotation you can put the slash here, that, okay. So this is, for example, if you want to print this, so just you have to add this. So you have to add this, like it can print Java is a fun, right? It can print the single quote also. Before single quote you can give the slash, okay. So this outer single quote, it represents the character. Now here you can print this single quote, just you have to put that, okay, slash here. So that's why it can print like this. For example, R, car is written, okay, car is written means the cursor is move to the line start. That means, for example, here it is a r slash r world. So here you can see what is the, here it is a just the cursor moving to the starting position, okay. What is the starting position here? So it can print the world, like here the world is printed. After that, what are the, for example, here how many characters is there? 1 2 3 4 5. Here also 5 characters is there. That's why there is, it cannot print anything. For example, you can add hello, hi, okay, slash r word. Then here after word it can print the hi, okay. Now you can see the example, then you can understand. So next slash b, that is the backspace. So one backspace, that means hello and Java. So here 0, you can see here O is missing, right? You can see the backspace, okay. Form feed, it is used to printing context. Here it is also Unicode character, already I discussed. So hexadecimal, here it can represent it like this, you know, already 41. So what is the value of that? So now we can see the one example program, then you can understand the sequence, escape sequence. Here you can understand that. Now you can see the example here. You can see the example. In this case you can see what is the output here. You can see, for example, if you want to print, so in this first new line and slash n is there. This is the escape new line character, okay. Slash t, horizontal tab. Here already I discussed, just you have to print the slash. So before slash you have to put one more slash here, that's why we can print that. Here the double quotation also you can, if you want to print the double quotation, the before double quotation you can put the slash here also, okay. If you want to print the single quote, here also you can add the single slash here. Also slash r, what is the meaning of car is written? Here it is a backspace, right? So what is the output? You have to check here. For example, Java C space, the class name is test.java. Now you have to check, here it is, okay, no problem, here there is no error. Then you have to execute this one, test. What is the output? Now you can see what is the output here. For example, in new line and slash n is there, hello world. That's why here it is a new line is printed as it is, and hello world is printed in the next line. Okay, next you can see the slash t, that means horizontal tab. Okay, single space here you can see the tab. Now tab, after tab here that space is there, here you can see the single character space is there. That is next, if you want to print this slash, okay, before printing the slash you can put the one more slash here. That's why you can print after C colon, it can print slash users slash Java. If you want to print the slash before the Java, it can print the slash, have to one more slash escape sequence here also. If you want to print this slash, have to add one more escape sequence here also. That's why you can add this one. Okay, now if you want to print within double quotes here, these double quotes, just within the double, before the double quotes you have to put slash here, just that's why you can print the Java is a fun within double quotes, right? If you want to print the single quote also, here it is single quote. Okay, just you have to add the slash here also. That's why the output is single quote A. Now you can see the R here, you can see, okay, courage return. So just have to what is the here world, how many characters is there here, you can see how many characters. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 characters is there. Just have to print the 5 characters in this case. Okay, the cursor back to the initial position, starting position of that line. That's why here it is a 1 character, second character dot, third 3 4 and 5. So in this case you can print the word. Okay, after that RIAGE, so you can see WORLD RIAGE, you can print the RIAGE. Then what is the remaining return colon, here as it is you can print return colon. Okay, like here you can print. So after that hello is there, hello is there. Okay, that is the courage return, the cursor back to the starting position of that line. Okay, so you can see the backspace here, for example here the slash b, hello. So backspace, single backspace here, it can miss the hell. Okay, here just a single backspace. That's why here you can see HCL, here you can see HCL Java. Okay, single backspace. Okay, backspace. Right here you can see the Unicode character 0063, the Unicode character is C. So this is the example program for this sequence characters, right? Thank you for watching this video.